This week I was tasked with making a huge caterpillar cake. It may be the biggest caterpillar cake that's ever been made. I don't actually know what the record is. If you know, please let me know in the comments. Anyway, I started off with some big slabs of chocolate cake, and once I'd done that I added in some milk chocolate buttercream, and then I chucked over some chocolate ganache, and lastly I put on this final coating of milk chocolate modelling chocolate, which was supposed to look like the chocolate that you poured over the top of the caterpillar cake, so I really had to smooth it in, and then I used my smoother to make it extra shiny. And once I'd done that, it was time to add in all of these little chocolate beads, just as the final details. Then for the shoes, I wanted them to be identical, and the only way that I could think of to do this was to make them out of tin foil and clay. And then once I'd done that, I cast the mold in silicone, and then I was able to pour melted white chocolate into the mold, and it made 6 identical little shoes, which, as you can see, I think turned out really cool. I really like them. Plus they're solid, so you know, that's a nice treat for anyone. Then once I'd done that, I added them onto the cake, and since it worked so well and the face of the caterpillar is also solid white chocolate, I decided to do the exact same thing for that. So I used some tin foil, and then I added on some polymer clay with all the details like his smile and his eyes and his nose. And then once I had all that and everything was exactly in position, I was able to put that in the oven and cast it. And then I sanded it all down to make it super smooth. Once I'd done that, again, I cast it in silicone. And then once I had the mold, I used milk chocolate for some details. And then once I'd set that in the fridge, I was able to pour in the final delicious layer of white chocolate. People are going to be fighting over this face, I can see it. Anyway, once it was set, it was time to demold it, and then I used a little bit more chocolate ganache to add the face onto the cake. And once I'd done that, the cake was finished, and this is the final giant caterpillar cake next to a small caterpillar cake counterpart. Here it is from every angle, and I really like how it turned out. Thanks for watching, guys.